Hi, Daphne. This is Dawn.
Hello, John. Thank you for
Hey,
waiting.
absolutely. Yeah, thanks for taking on the project.
Yes, and
So,
also
and
thank you for sending me the offer or inviting me. Um, can I
yeah,
take a record while doing it?
yep. I'm actually recording the video now, so you'll be able to watch this again later for in case you need to revisit the training.
Well, thank you so much. That would be really helpful.
Absolutely. Okay, um, so like I mentioned in the project description, we're a holiday lighting company. Well, we do outdoor lighting, and we're going to do holiday lighting. Okay, we've done it for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what we want you to do is to look up our existing customers, and we're going to paint a simulated line on their house
Mm-hmm.
to demonstrate where the lights would go, and then we're going to email that to them. So your project is to look each address up from a list that we provide, and then we're going to use
Okay.
light shot, and we're going to paint that line on there, and we're going to do it from the top down view, from the satellite view, and then we're also
Mm-hmm.
going to do it from the street view. Okay, so I'm going to show you
Okay.
how to do that. So I pulled up this address. This one is actually not a customer, but it's just a house that I pulled up. So you can pull up the address, okay? And so
Okay.
Google Maps shows you on the left side the street view. And so the first thing we're going to do is the top-down view, okay?
Okay.
So with this, houses obviously look different. They have different configurations. So in this house, it's just a basic rectangle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the front, the street side, okay? And the only
Okay.
thing that we like is the street side. So I'm only going to put a line on the street side of the house. If this was the house, I'd use the street side. I'd come down this return, and then on again, the street side.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm not going to go around the back of the house, okay? It's just the side,
The
the edges
front
that are facing the
portion.
street. Correct. That is correct.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my light shot here. Oops. Try that again. And for this purpose, don't be way up here. When you zoom down to the house level, to the closest that you can get before it goes to street view, okay?
Okay.
Because we want to have a good, clear view of their house, and all I'm grabbing is their house, right? I'm not going to grab the neighbors here.
Mm-hmm.
And then um, I always use a red line, and you know how to use light shot, so you're just going to take a red line, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it. So it sees their address, and they see the red line. And the first file, when I save it, I'm just going to put their address, the house number, the 10624, and I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say top. That's it. Okay?
Oh,
So
okay, got it.
10624 top is the name of the first file. Okay? Then I just scroll down, and now I've got the street view. Here's the house, right? I'm always going to zoom
Yes.
in, make sure I've got the same house, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to grab a screenshot, and on this one, I'm going to try and grab more of the house, okay? Again, using the red line, and approximating here. You can't see exactly where the corner is because of the tree, but I'm just going to give an approximate. And there it is. What I did there, I'm sorry, Daphne, I assume you know, but this is the gutter line of the house. That white line right there,
Mm-hmm.
see that? So I'm
Yes.
painting the
Is
red
where
line right
we
on the
can put
gutter.
the Christmas light, right?
That's correct. That's exactly correct.
Okay.
Okay? So it's fine that you've painted over the tree here and some of the other features. That's totally fine. Okay?
Okay.
Um,
Noted.
in um, um, so that's the main thing. So you can see that took, I mean, just even in training you and explaining it, it was maybe 60 seconds to do each one of them. So I'm going to save this file. And again, I'm going to use the same house number, 10624 street. So it's
Okay.
10624 top and 10624 street.
Okay, got it.
Okay? That's all there is to it. one of the things as we get later on into it, um, this is actually a better angle. I apologize. So I've talked to you, what I just showed you was the basics of it. What I should have done is just come down here a little bit and move the angle because now we got a better view of the yard and the whole house. So I apologize. This is a better shot. We want the best representation of the front of the house as much as possible.
Okay.
Okay? So this would
Yes.
actually be the angle that I'd want to show instead of the other one where I was over here and the view was blocked. Okay?
Yes, noted.
Questions about that part so far?
With when it comes to the instructions, no further questions.
Okay, great. So let's take a look at some of the different types of structures. All right. Okay. So you see this house over here. So this house, we're going to pretend this was the customer's house. And again, it's the
Okay.
street side that we're lighting up. But this white line is where the gutter is. Okay. So we hang
Okay.
our lights right here on this line. So what I would do is I would come over here, I'd paint the red lines here. Oops. And then also here. But we also do along this edge, this peak right here. Okay? And the way I do that is I kind of come up like this and then down like that to show the peak. Does that make sense? Or you can just
Yeah.
drop a straight line, right? Okay. I'm going to drop down to the street view and show you what that looks like.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're looking at that house on the street view. So, sorry, before I paint it, because there's the angles of the house, right? There's that return that comes back into the house there. That's why it's important that we get both the top and the street view. Okay?
Okay.
So when it's like that, we want to get as centered as possible on the house. And then there's the peak right there where we hang the lights. Okay?
Okay.
And you don't have to worry about you don't need to do this to show it coming back into the house or anything like that. That just confuses people. Okay?
Okay.
Do you understand
It's
what I'm
only
talking
in
about?
the edge. I mean,
Uh,
on the edge of the roof where we can place the
right.
Christmas light.
But I can't show this part, right? Because I'm right in the front of the house.
Yes.
Right? On this screenshot, I can't capture this part, but I can speak to that, and that's okay. I want them to have the best possible view of their house from the front of what it looks like.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Got it.
Cool.
Understood.
Okay. Okay, great. And let's zoom up. I want to see if some of these houses should get fairly complex. So I'm zooming out for just a moment. Look at some of these fancier houses. Now, if for some reason you pull up an address and you cannot see the house because it's in this clump of trees, don't worry about it.
Yes.
Okay, so on the spreadsheet, you're just going to put a when I send you the spreadsheet, it'll have the address. And so all you're going to do is just put a check mark there saying that you've done the top and the street view. Or you might just say view is blocked.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So that tells me we can't see that one.
Okay.
So that's just an example. But when I send the spreadsheet, it'll have that on there.
Should I
Okay?
like should I need to do a screenshot showing that the whole house was blocked by trees?
No, that's fine. Thank
Okay.
you for the offer, but no, you don't need to do that because I'll actually just glance. There's a couple other sources that I'll use to get to see if I can get that image.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, noted.
All right. So I'm going to show you. This one is a little bit more complex. Okay. So we're going to pretend it's the customer here. That this is the house that we're looking at. Okay. So again, we're only going to light the street side, which is this space here and the entry.
Mhm.
So it's going to be this L shape right here that we're going to be lighting up. So from the top-down view, one of the challenges here, Daphne, is that you've got two tiers. You see that? You've got this lower tier roof, and then there's
Yes.
the white line, and then there's upper roof. Okay. You can also see that when you look at it from a side view. You can see there's a lower roof and an upper roof as well. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So um, in terms of what we're doing, let me come back up straight over it again. Sorry. Okay. So if this were our customer, I would angle it just a little bit so I can see, the two roofs there. And here again, same story. I'm going to take my line and I'm going to paint a line. Now, this right here is the chimney.
Mhm.
Don't do this, please. We don't want to draw right across that chimney. The reason why is because we actually stop here, we go around the back, and then go like this. So we want to accurately depict, because people will look back, refer back to this drawing, and say, my lights don't look like that.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's a peak right there. Just like there's a peak here, there's a peak there. So if
Okay.
that were the case, that's what the top down would look like. Okay,
Okay.
and then what I'm going to do now, I can't go to street view because the street view on this house, it only shows me this side, right? So this is an example where I can't get to the street view of the house. The house
It
is
was.
actually back here. See what I'm talking
Mhm.
about?
Yeah.
I can't see it. So what I have to do is I have to give a best angle. I come here like this. And do you know how to use angle on Google Maps? How you can rotate it down like that? You
Um.
press Control and then move the mouse. You hold your Control button
Yes.
down and then move your mouse. Yeah. So we're just going to angle it down a little bit and then do the screenshot again. So now I've got a little bit better view of the house. There's that chimney. And I see that there's a peak there and a peak there. Okay. And then that would be my street view, even
Okay.
though it's technically not the same as the Google Street View. Okay, it's the closest that we can get to it. Okay,
Okay. Noted.
does that make sense? Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay, any questions for me?
Um. None so far, but if I do have further
Okay,
questions, I'll message you on.
sounds good. Yeah, if there are, if you have questions, message me. And when I send you the list, I'm gonna upload it. If you come across any commercial buildings, um, because we do some businesses, right? We do lighting for businesses. Like for example, let's just say we did lighting here. Don't
Mhm.
worry about it. That's obviously a commercial building. You just ignore it. Okay?
Okay. Okay. I'll be
We're
focusing
only
only on
only
the
interested in
houses.
houses. Right.
Okay.
Only residential. Yep. Okay.
Okay, noted.
All right. Fantastic. That's